Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, it's good to be back. I always like my Fridays. Something magical is going to happen today, I can tell. Something pure and magical, possibly unicorn related, I'm not sure. There aren't unicorns in this game unless you mod them in, but there could be unicorns if we modded them in, which we won't, because I'm a prophet of RimWorld. Needlessly messianic, I know. Steven, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we've landed in what will be a land of abundance. Land of abundance. Buzzkill Crimson, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've landed, we're here, and this is a remarkably defensible area. This is the nicest place we've been in ages. Syrincha, welcome, welcome. Let's start with the basics here. Let's get some power and food going on. So throw me up a couple of wind turbines here in this nice, lovely soil here. How about we do one there and then maybe one over there? Okay. We're off to a roaring start. I don't know if you're roaring at home. I kind of assume you are at any given point, just idly roaring at things. I mean, that's what I do. I assume everyone else does it. Get all of this nonsense out of here and get all of this out of here. Take advantage of that good soil. And then down here, we're going to do some other things like this and like this and like that. Okay, that can stay as potatoes. Everybody loves potatoes. Land of milk and honey. Yes, and potatoes, Stephen. Actually, really just potatoes, if we're honest about things. And we are. Really just potatoes. There's in fact no milk. Unless we can milk a mastodon. We have not been led to believe that we can. I'd be very excited if we could, because I'd like to see the danger level inherent in milking a mastodon. You'd also probably need a ladder. At bare minimum, a step ladder of some sort. But you're going to want something for that. And then it's down here. This could be, say, heel root. And this could be maybe you get some psychoid going down there. And then maybe some cotton, just to kind of round things out. Then I'm going to do another patch of psychoid up here, because we do love the drugs. We love the hardcore narcotics. We're very into that. So put that up in there and make that psychoid. Okay, run some power lines into the network here. So give me some hidden conduits, because I'm going to be expanding the ship at some point, he says very excitedly. Okay, Buzzkill, this is indeed top chat. I've also got you on live set chat, so I don't know if you're on top chat or not. I have not been ignoring you. I never ignore you, Buzzkill. But YouTube's been ignoring you for a great deal of time, and it cannot stand. It cannot be allowed to stand. We've got to get the other thingamajiggy, the grav field extender, up and running before we do anything else with all those panels we just got, because I don't have any more room. I've only got like 70 more tiles I can put down in this ship. I gotta have to think about what we're doing. And I'm thinking throne room. I think the answer to all of my problems is throne room. It's not. It's not. I have problems, and actually not one of them would be solved with a throne room. Except only on a rudimentary level, in that I could sit in a big throne and go, ha! I have no problems. And then I'd leave the throne room and go, oh dang, all my problems still exist. I might need to move the turrets, because I'm thinking of building out here. Actually, I'm really thinking about building out here, not past the airlock. Thing is, the turrets will have limited effectiveness at that point. Where is everyone assigned to go? Let's just start with some fundamentals here. You guys can all be in unrestricted. Wait a minute. Do we have bugs here? Is this Bug Town? No, so I don't necessarily need a no bug zone. Okay, good. I was worried there for a second. I often am. Whatever this is, oh, that's silver. That's just hardcore money. Right up there. We're off to this is a land of abundance. What's over in here? Do we have any fish over in here? We have salmon. Okay, there's salmon over there. Excellent. Let's just get a fishing zone up right away. So you guys can fish over there. Just, I don't know, fish. Basically, it wasn't really any more complicated than just getting some fishing done. Where are the mastodons supposed to go? You guys can also go into, actually, kind of ideally, the home zone? No, I don't want them eating our food. That is very, very true. However, I don't want them wandering off too far in case something tries to eat them. I need another don't eat our food zone. Okay, I'm going to do that. This is going to be tedious, but I'm going to do it anyway. So let's give me a new area here and invert it and call it don't eat our food. So don't. Okay, we can do that too. Don't eat our food. There we go. All right, do that. And then shrink that. Really, the only area I don't want you in is the freezer. So you're not allowed to go here. Okay, don't go anywhere in there. And that should be good for our food. So all of the animals go in, don't eat our food. They can wander around. If anything tries to attack them, I'm sure they'll kill it. Can we go into space? Yes. I was having to think about that because we're going to want more of that vac-stone nonsense. We're going to want to get in on that. And there's a geothermal up in here. We may as well get that going too. So one geothermal right in there, and then drop some lines down to here to connect to that. What have I got for stone blocks these days? A constant question. Vac-stone, we're not using that, obviously. I've got an amount of marble. Got more steel. Just put marble around it. Put marble around it. Be sensible about these things while you're waiting for something magical to happen. It might be unicorns. I'm kind of hoping it's unicorns. And they'll be like nice unicorns. Not that like the unfriendly kind that hate you. But like the nice unicorns that give you presents and, I don't know, tickle you. I feel that's something unicorns probably do. And then everyone else is in unrestricted. And how about the mechs? Lifters can go into unrestricted. And then constructoid, that's fine. The clean sweepers, yeah, that's totally fine. And the agrihans can... Our growing zones do, yeah, they count as home zones. So yeah, home zone for you guys too. Okay, back to work. So let's get another one of the graph field extenders now that I can make it. Actually, talk to me about the signal jammer. Approaching heavily defended landing sites. I'm going to have to think about that. Hang on, I need to put coffee inside my face. There we go. Now it lives inside of me. Yeah, we're hoping they're the non-stabby kind of unicorns. We're hoping they're the friendly unicorns that tickle you and give you presents. Not the ones that just ram their unicorn horn right through your chest, pushing your beating heart out to the other side of your back, and, well, just soaking in your blood, and then lapping up your entrails. Probably lapping up your blood, and then eating your entrails. We hope they're not those kind of unicorns. So let's get... I want that signal jammer thing. And what does orbital scanner do? Irregular objects orbiting the area. Won't function under a roof. No, most things don't. I don't function under a roof. Let's get the graph field extender to live, say, somewhere up here-ish. I don't really have a tremendous amount of room for this thing. Pop it over... Why are you saying I can't do that? Don't talk nonsense. Must be... Oh, within range of the grav engine. Oh, that's fussy. Okay, I can push it to here, but not anywhere else. Okay, that is a little... I didn't realize it had to be in range of that. That's going to start to limit the size of the ship. Okay, put it there. Because I don't really need much more of that. We were talking last week. I don't really know how much bigger I need this ship to be. I'm thinking throne room. It's going to have to be an extremely efficient throne room. There won't be much we can put in. I'm going to have to put it in the bare minimum. But Bertha here, and the reason I'm saying this, because I have a reason for everything I say, I know. The reason for this, Bertha's had this novice ceremony set up for ages, and we've never done it. I'm just going to go ahead and accept that now, because she's just been sitting on being even vaguely royal at this point. There we go, the royals are here. Alexios is here. Welcome to our spaceship, sir. You notice that mine is much, much bigger than yours, and you're standing in range of a turret. Just so as you know. You gonna go do anything? There you go. Okay, yeah. We have mastodons and turrets and a giant spaceship, and you don't. So, you know, kind of sucks to be you, really. Kind of sucks to be you. So I'm thinking we're going to expand here, and then here. Oh, this is going to be a lot of moving stuff around. This is going to be so much moving stuff around. How are the batteries? We are actually plus on power, which is shocking. So the solar panels are kind of getting the job done. Of course, they don't work at night. That's a bit of an issue. Bertha, you're going to want to take a break from gardening soon, because the royals are here, and they want to make you, like, vaguely royal. Also, somebody grab that heal root. Thank you very much. Alexius is going to stand by the cooler and do a royal ceremony. Okie doke. Hey, whatever you're into, kid, that's fine. Begin the bestowing ceremony. Yeah, no, it's a terribly unimpressive room in that it's outside. Why would you think it would be a nice room? Coffee. Why would you think it would be nice out here? We're in the middle of nowhere. While they're doing that, I'm going to look around for things to destroy. And by destroy, I mean mine. We're going to have to bisect the heck out of that mountain, aren't we? Anything obvious apart from that silver ore? Ooh, there's more down here. There's even more silver down here. Well, if nothing else, we're walking out of this with a lot of money. I'd like to walk out with a lot of components and steel. There's some components. And what do we got over here? There's some steel right there. Okay, so far so good. There's some more steel over there. Excellent. It is the biggest room, you're right, but they're outside of it. And he's standing right next to the heat part of the air conditioner. Like, in that part of your house, you don't want to stand there. That's just like blasting 100-degree air out into your face. It's not good. I mean, we've got an area like that in our backyard where our air conditioner is, because that's what we're talking about here is air conditioning. And that ain't good. You want to avoid that area. You don't want to be within 5 feet of that. It's just blasting, pumping hot air out into your face. How many of my mastodons are trained to kill at this point? Oh, right, we've got a new mastodon calf. The floor is currently open for naming the new mastodon calf. Rock, welcome, welcome, welcome. Rock, what would you like to name the mastodon calf? We've got a new one. We've got Don't Eat Me, and we're not going to eat that one. We're pretty clear on that. We've got the Thin White Duke. We've got mastodon knots. We've got edible arrangement, calves and fish. So the floor is once again open for naming the new mastodon calf. Do I have a smithy, like the things where we melt stuff down? I don't. I gotta get this place vaguely more organized. This is just terrible. Titan. Okay, we'll take Titan under consideration. Good ceremony. Okay, and Bertha's now a novice. All right, everyone go back about your business there. I see the royals are coming in with lasers. Boy, they ain't playing. I wouldn't mind having a new laser. I'd like to have a new... Can we do a new laser? I forget if we can do new lasers. Can we do that? Grab, like, panels. Why are we not doing that? Am I out of plasteel? No. I'm not out of plasteel at all. Do more of these. Make, like, another 20. Make another 20 panels. Actually, those are times 4, though, so that's even better. Good. How about... Do we do lasers here? There we go. Give me one of these beam grazers. Those sound fun. It's a lot of advanced components, but I'm going to learn to cope with that because I want more lasers. Rickles, right. We've been sitting on that name for a while, which is very uncomfortable. Rickles. Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. Mastodon Rickles. He just insults people all day. Where are you? You're over here. So, there we go. The Dawn names continue with Rickles. Excellent. Okay. And train it to kill, obviously. Train it to kill. Okay, move things on a little bit here. How are my wind turbines in the growing zones? Oh yeah, these are all coming together. These are all coming together just fine. It's going to be a little slow roll on getting all the trees out of here, but with the agri-hands on duty, that will help a lot. That's going to be a big, huge help to that. We'll get those done sooner than I think. I'm going to look up and like, hey, they're done. And I'm going to be like, hey, me, you didn't think those were going to take very long, and then you thought they were going to take like a wicked long time, and then they didn't take very long at all. I'm going to be like, you're right. What do I know about things? I'd like to... I'm also going to mine out this area here, because if I expand over here, I might need that space. And how much cloth do I have to re-shag my carpet? Because I'm gonna have a lot of space that won't have shag carpet. I've got 262 on the old cotton, and we're growing some more. There we go. My graph field extender's going up. Cool. How long on that? 3, 2, 1. Done. Perfect. Okay, so that gives me 1250 tiles that I can start tossing around here. Okay, here comes the work. Here comes the time where Dave sort of looks at the screen and goes, and we got advanced lights. Cool, even better. Boy, I'm really kind of running out of things to actually research. Get a harpsichord going on, I guess, because we don't have one. We may as well have one. Okay, let's slam it into pause mode. I got things to do here. All right, I got a lot of ship I can be building here. I say that. I have 167 tiles right now with more coming. So let's work with like a 150 number. If I said we just expand 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3 out. And then we started, how about 4? Nope, that's not where that lives, Dave. That was wrong. You've done it wrong. Okay, do it again. So 4 out, and then 1, 2, 3. It has to be even. If it's not even, I'm going to start to lose it. Do 4. Okay, 4 on each side. 4 across, 4 diagonal. And then start to bring this down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so far so good. And then 1, 2, 3... Well, that's really 4, though, isn't it? Is that 4 or is that 4? How 4 is that? That's really not 4. That's really kind of... Okay, put another one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's really now 5. I have to do all of this. If I don't do all of this, it's going to go horribly, horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. And then just bring it straight down from there. And bring it straight down from there. Yes, I know. I'm going to have to move the turrets. I'm going to have to move the door. I'm going to have to do all of that. Then, well, let's move the turrets then. So how about we put a turret here and a turret here, and I'll move those two. Oh, and also, like, fill all of this in, because you haven't done any of that. Am I going to have enough for this? Somewhat debatable. I may have to reconfigure this on the fly. Yeah, I think I've built too much here. I think I've definitely built a little bit too much. Okay, here's how I'm going to handle all of this. I'm going to fill it in and then backtrack and take some stuff away, because that's the only way my brain can cope with this. All right, so I filled all of that in. I'm very excited about that. And then I'm going to fill all of this in, and I'm less excited about this part. You'd think I would be. You'd think, Dave, that's an equal amount of excitement that you're generating there. It's not. It's not, because I'm not confident in my... I think I've got way too many squares here. Way too many. I was thinking I got like 167 something. Okay. Can I get an idea of how many those are? 200. Yeah, okay. So I've got to shave some off, and that didn't even count the ones up top. So why are you not counting those ones? Why are you not counting this? Maybe there's already materials in there. Okay, so what could I shave off here? The SS gift box was extremely less complicated in that it was a square. I mean, it's kind of a rectangle, but it was mostly a square. You're right, it was much less complicated than what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I got to take off quite a few of these. Quite a few. So cancel everything here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Cancel all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. All of that. I might make another wing structure. Now how many is this? 176. Okay, we're in the ballpark. We're getting there. So, and I still need the ones down. I have to have those ones because that's where my new turrets are going to go. Okay, take off a little bit more. So let's take off, say, those and those. Okay, what am I up to now? 144. That should be fine. And all of this should be within range. Yeah, everything is within range of everything. I'm going with a multi-wing design. It's, well, it's genius, is what it is. Hashtag geniusosity. In that you reach a certain number of tiles and say, nope, that ain't going to work. And then you scale it back. It's like that old adage of how do you make a sculpture of a horse? You get a block of wood and you take out all the bits that aren't horse-shaped. So this is what I'm doing here. I filled in everything, and I'm just going to take out the bits that don't work, much like the horse. Now, the ship doesn't look anything like a horse unless you squished a horse, which would be very difficult, unless you were a giant. So I'm presuming a lot of things here. One, that you are grotesquely huge. I'm going to say 20 feet tall to squish a horse. 2, you have very sturdy shoes. 3, you are a horrible person, and you have no problem with squishing a horse. And 4, that you have a horse. So there's a lot of presumptions in my statement. You are a unconscionable giant with access to good shoes and a horse. However, if we put all of those things together, it looks like a horse if you squished the horse under your giant boots that were very, very large to go with your large feet. Okay, this is all going to be fine. Everything is fine right now. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all of this. So I can leave my airlock there. There's no problem leaving the airlock there. I might put a door here. So let's copy that door and instead put that there, because we're not really going to need this door. One of these rooms, if indeed this ends up being a room, could be a throne room. It's got to be big, because I got to get 4 columns. I got to get 4 braziers and eventually a piano in there, along with a giant throne. I mean, when you're royal in this game, you need a lot of space, and I have not done that on a ship. I mean, we're doing the best we can with Space Church, and that should be way bigger. Speaking of which, are we ever going to get this thing done, Grime? Are we ever going to get this thing done? A horse is a sheep, Buzzkill. Sorry, I know Emma's not here, but I'll fill in for her. A horse is a sheep. Hang on. Coffee needs to live in my face. The recharger is full. That's because we don't have anywhere to put our toxic waste. You're right. How about we put our toxic waste way up here? So everything up here can be toxic waste except don't have anything else. So no chunks, no corpses. Just the toxic waste, thank you very much. And that can be, I don't know, important, I guess. That'll give the team something to do. All right, so when I get all of this done, I'll start putting in hulls and map it out from there. Igor is still going with the top hat. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And were we working on better armor for everyone? Because there will come a time that we're going to have to go into space and deal with the mechs. And I'd like us to be ready for that. Because after this expansion of the ship, I don't really know what else I'm going to need. That'll get me a couple more bedrooms over there that I can dump people into now that Vetrov's here. But I don't really need a lot going on over there. What's that over there? Is that a smoke launcher? It's an EMP launcher. Okay. What was I thinking of? What are you doing down here? You're doing the grav light panels. Okay. Can we not make a move on the laser? Have we started laser? We have no. Oh, we put grav light panels above laser. Okay, that's fine. You know what? You can kind of vaguely suspend that for right now because I don't need the grav light panels right at this exact second. I just kind of need access to them in the future, but not right now. Boy, it's a lot cleaner up here since we put the mechs on board. There's just so much less mastodon poop around here. It's quite encouraging. It's quite delightful, really, when you get right down to it. How's the growing? Oh, wow, we just went right into the psychoid. Yeah, we were not playing around with the psychoid. We're like, yeah, let's get some narcotics going on over here. And then later, when they've got all the obvious ore, I'll just have them start bisecting some mountains, if we're here that long. Where are we going after this? This is kind of the nature of the game. Where are we going after this? Let's see if we can find a glow forest. Somebody wanted to go to a glow forest. What's this over here? A glow forest. Oh, perfect. Well, we can swing right over there. Yeah, I'd like to go to a glow forest, too. I haven't actually seen one. We've done harpsichords. They're alluring and dangerous. Neat. So, yeah, go ahead and get back to this. I don't know, noble apparel? I mean, we're going to vaguely have somebody be royal soon. Yeah, we'll go over there to the glow forest. Is there anything else in that direction? Because there's another grav core down here, which was really, really annoying. Because we were in that area, and now we're not. Are there any glow forests down there? How about that? Like, what's going on here? Is that a glow forest? No, that's the Scarlands. We're not going back there. No, that's lava. Let's not go there either. We don't like either of those. Is that a glow forest? How about this? There's a glow forest. Okay, so we could maybe swing back here and then swing over to there to get that grav core. No, we've done that. Thank you. We've done the novice ceremony. Don't need to worry about that anymore. All right, let me have them... Oh, wow. I was going to say have them get on with things. They're getting on with things. Do we need to be in an altered state of mind to go to a glow forest? It's highly recommended, Buzzkill. It's highly recommended. Also, you should read, like, a lot of Alice in Wonderland and, I don't know, listen to Jefferson Airplane or something like that. Definitely recommended. Oh, look at that. Edible arrangement is out here. That's adorable. We're probably going to eat you at some point because that's why we called you that. Oh, speaking of eating, let's shoot things. Yeah, does. Absolutely. Does are out of here. Don't need any of those. And turkeys, those are absolutely going. Sure, take out a turtle as well. It can't possibly be that hard. And while I'm just sort of bumming around doing nothing, what is everybody kind of armed with here? The LMG, the heavy SMG, Thuli's got an SMG, Knife's got a laser, Paul another laser. Boy, I have a lot of lasers. Assault rifle, the machine pistol, less good, and you've got Cursed Chugger, and Igor's got the LMG. Fantastic. We are brutally heavily armed. Go ahead. Bring on the raid at this point. I know I'm jinxing myself there, but go ahead. Bring on the raid. I dare you. I am so heavily armed and I have so many mastodons. Just a ridiculous amount of mastodons right now. I hate to take down the mech gestator because we keep... It's how many more... I can have a lot more mechs. That's the thing. I should probably make some. Do I have any of the things? What's that right there? I have one basic subcore. I may as well make a mech. What am I shy of anything? What would be handy to me right now? Maybe another constructoid, although I think one is fine. We don't actually do a lot of building. We do quick bursts of building in this game, and then sort of not for a while. Another agrahand would probably be a good idea. What is the suggested serving size for Mastodon ribs? 1 rib. That'll hold you for a while. And by a while, I mean 2 to 3 years, if you freeze it properly. They're a larger animal. They're a larger animal. Sana, a tortoise, turtle, it's all the same to me. You know that. Sana, you're not new here. This is not your first day here. Tortoise, turtle, you're lucky I didn't call it a raccoon. They're all the same to me. I should get... Probably another agrahand would be my best move right now. Oh, and you guys can be on auto repair, by the way. So, the Manly Festival's coming up. Oh, hang on, hang on. Hang on. We're going to have the Manly Festival. You're darn right we're having a Manly Festival. We ain't skipping that. Light ball in a ritual spot. Okay, we could get a disco. That's cool. I like a good disco as much as anybody. So, where does disco live again? Light ball, light ball. There we go. Disco. We'll have a disco-themed church. And then we'll put a ritual spot down there because, you know, why not, basically. So we'll put a ritual spot there. I think we can do it right from there. So when is this? Now, basically. Could somebody bang out my disco ball super quick? Who likes doing construction-y things? Construction. DeHook, you love that sort of thing. Hey, DeHook, how are you with disco balls? Yeah, go work on the disco ball, please. And we're going to have a manly festival with disco. It doesn't get any more manly than disco. I mean, if the 70s taught us nothing at all, which it didn't, except that pants shouldn't look like that. That's pretty much what the 70s taught us. Your takeaway from the 70s is Carter and pants should not look like that. You're saying, Dave, what pants? All of them. All of them. None of the pants should look like that. Okay, it was just a bad decade for pants. We all know it. It's true. Finally, in the 80s, we got our pants put back together, but no. We've already done noble apparel. We're just ripping through research. Okay, go all the way to the other end. What other cool things could we be losing? You know what? Do death rest in case a vampire shows up. We'll at least be ready for them. Apart from the pants issue... Oh, the disco ball's ready. Hang on. We're going to have a manly festival. With a party of man pork. I never want to utter that phrase ever again. Can we please never have the party of man pork? But we will have the manly festival. Oh yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that right now. 41% chance of disco is about to happen here. There we go. Oh, look at the disco. Everybody's discoing all over the place. Disco here, disco there. Ha! See what I did there? A little bit of word play. You see, it's a little bit of word play. There's a little too much concentrated disco on this blanket. I think we could probably break off and maybe disco somewhere else. It's a lot of disco, kids, in one blanket. That blanket's going to be a hot mess after this. It was a fun, manly festival. Aren't they all, really, when you get right down to it? Aren't they all? Somebody pack up the disco ball, because we won't need that for a while. We don't really need that. And actually, we can go ahead and get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Okay, back to work here. I noticed that the new parts of the spaceship are already covered in Mastodon poop. That did not take long. Buzzkill, that was the manliest festival I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a few. I've been to Provincetown several times. So that was an extremely manly festival. That was the manliest of manly festivals I've ever seen, with copious amounts of random disco on a blanket. Wow, the things you say in this game. I never thought that sentence would come out of my mouth. I see the Mastodons are not eating our food. Great, good. And we've killed a bunch of things. Wow, we've killed... There's the tortoise/turtle/raccoon. That's going on in there. How's the grub coming? Okay, we've taken down many of the trees. That'll help with our power. And the geothermal is up. What are we missing up there? Okay, if we could fill in that one block. Tell me I'm not shy of 5 marble blocks. I might be shy of 5. No, I'm not shy. I got those. Hosting the nobles, you say? Hosting the nobles. Okay, slam it into pause mode. They have blood rot. Oh, super. And you got to keep the mood up by 25%. I'm going to tell you, it's hard to keep my mood up if I have blood rot. Tell you what, though, that honor plus 12. It's just saying, I wanted to do that. How much space do I have in my hospital? Quite a bit. And I've got a good chunk of medicine. How many of these people want to stay here? Just a novice wants to stay. Oh, with 3 court allies. Aw, dang, kid, that's a lot. How about we convert this into a medical bed? Vetroff, I am going to work on an actual real bedroom for you at some point. It's just that everything's kind of taken right now. But we are going to work on that for you. Well, I can't see any reason to do this other than the fact that I'll probably fail miserably. But sure. Except with Bertha. Yep, Bertha, we're going to get you more royal. The Imperials are here, and they're all rotty. Okay, unpause things here. Oh, you're mobile. You're all mobile. You're just going right in to get some food. Are you going to, like, a medical bed? Yeah, you're going to take up all of our hospital. Thanks. You're going to take up all the hospital. Neat. Alright, well, Thuli's in to try and take care of you. We'll kind of go as we go here. Oh, you can take care of yourselves. Oh, hang on. You guys actually work for a living. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. You guys actually work for a living. Well, you're going to doctorize yourself, first of all. So, all of you need to be number 1. I thought you were the royals who just kind of hang out. No. You're the royals who work for a living. Well, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team here. You're apparently very good at whatever that was. And you're very good at fishing. I actually don't really want you going that far. Most of you are terrible. Can anyone do anything at all? My goodness, you're all awful, aren't you? Theo, talk to me. Plants, animals, medical. Yeah, you're gonna be your own doctor. Actually, saying that, hang on, go back to Theo for a sec here. You are going to be your own doctor. Stacky here. What's your gig? Well, you're awful good at the shooting there, aren't you? Awful good at the shooting. Tomo, again, very, very good at shooting. Wow, you royals suck except at shooting. And you're 11, so you're terrible at everything. Fantastic. Okay, well, stay in bed until, you need to not be in bed. How about the kid? Can I get the kid to do, like, some cleaning? Yeah, do cleaning. And you know what? All the rest of the royals can do cleaning and hauling. You apparently don't do anything at all. So, I don't know, maybe you can hunt or something like that. Does Bass, or indeed, if you prefer, Base, how low can you go? Death Row with a brother no. Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. Tastes better if a royal catches it. No, it's got a slimy texture when the royals catch it. It's just going to happen. That goes, I think all of us know that. No, that's not a surprise. Hang on, coffee. The SS Genius Odyssey is ready to launch again. Everybody needs medical treatment, and we're still trying to work on this thing. So, the Grime, we've really... Grime, what's the gig here? You're researching. Grime, I need you to finish this. Could you please work on the art bench just to make this one thing go away, this form of steel go away? And if everyone else just do the things that you're doing right now, you're doing fantastic work. I love everything that you're doing. It's just absolutely wonderful. So keep doing that. So you're done with that. Great. I can start putting some hull in here. So hull me up. Let's go. Yep, thank you. Now, steel. Wow, I can make it out of gold. I can make a gold spaceship. Oh, that's wonderful. That's absolutely... No, we won't do that. That's very silly. Good to know I can, though. So, all of you guys go down here, and then you're going to go, that's kind of a silly piece, isn't it? That's not really going to make any sense. Okay, we'll get rid of the ones on the end. Alright, so... Yeah, just ditch this. So go back to this, and then remove that. Actually, I could leave that for a turret. You know what, that's not a bad idea. Why don't we leave that one, and I'll reinstall the turret up here. Also, I should get some power lines going through this area. So, conduit, here, and then maybe one down to here, like that. That should pretty much cover everything. You could swing over here, and you could kind of, go like this over in that direction. Yeah, we'll move that turret up to there, and then I'll dismantle this thing. Although, another turret there is not the worst thing in the world. We'll have a think about that. Hang on, coffee in my face. There we go, much better. Okay. So this is all going to come together soon. Where are the royals? Are they sort of like doing things? Let me see. How does this all break down? Got minor blood rot. I mean, don't we all, really? Don't we all? So we can't let that go to 100%, I would assume. This should be a fairly easy quest. This should not be a big deal at all. We should be able to totally nip that in the bud. Oh, hang on. I did the wrong kind of thingies. Deconstruct those. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the non-visible ones there. Yeah, don't do any of this. Yeah, get rid of all of that. I wanted the non-visible ones. No, you can cancel that. Thank you very much. All right, put in the invisible ones, please. So bring that over to here, and that one can go like this, and then I'll just try to figure it out as we go along. It'll all work out eventually. Okay, this is done. I'm just going to leave that panel there. I might actually put another turret in there. That could be a really powerful stream of turret bullets things going on there. Okay, this could be somebody's bedroom. Not a very good bedroom, but a bedroom nonetheless. This could be something I haven't thought of yet. I like not thinking of things. It's my hobby. This can all get deconstructed. Everything here can go. So deconstruct this and this and that, and then this bit. We're going to reconfigure basically the entire ship. Well, this bit of it anyway. This bit we're going to completely reconfigure. And then I'll put some lights up and stuff like that. What am I going to... I need more storage. I'd like to get some more stuff off the floor. We do have an alarming amount of stuff on the floor right now, as we see. Gemily, welcome, welcome, welcome. Gemily, here's your recap. We're in a land of abundance, Gemily. A land of abundance. We've already killed many of the animals that used to live here. Many of the animals that used to call this land home, this land of abundance, we have slaughtered. And we'll eat them at some point. We've put up our new grav field extender, and we are, as you can see, expanding the ship again. And now, it looks like a horse if you were a giant with really good shoes and you stepped on a horse because you were a monster. So if all of those things come together, if all of those stars align, then it looks like a squished horse, which is perhaps not as exciting as you wanted it to be. But honestly, that's about your recap right now. We're doing fine. It's actually been extremely quiet around here. Nobody has raided us. We got some royals who dropped by, and they're very, very sick, and they'll probably die soon, but we don't really care about them. So it's all good. Oh, and Bertha's finally achieved her first royal rank. That's why we're doing the royal thing, so we can get more royal Bertha. Royal Bertha is the best kind of Bertha, really. I was going to deconstruct this. No, that conduit right there. Excuse me. That conduit right there. And then, no, make everything go away. What other okay, that conduit's got to go. Got to get rid of that. That doesn't work at all. So get rid of that conduit. And then, is there any other visible conduit over here? All of this is getting shuffled around. This is good. I kind of want to put the carpet down for... Oh, hang on. We struck jade. Oh, I like jade. Jade's good. Oh, yeah. Get all of that, guys. Get all of that. Hey, speaking of which, did we do the statue, or have I just chained Grime to the art bench? How are we doing on this? 5 left, Grime. Come on, man. There's 5 left. And then we can put up our manly statue, or whatever it is. Almost started to watch Dweeb and then realized you were live. I am. This is so not recorded. I wouldn't even know actually how to do that. Apparently somebody did that. Some YouTuber did that and like took that time to commit a crime or something. They pre-recorded a stream and then went out and did a crime. He's like, how could I have done the crime? I was streaming. And then they're like, yeah, no, you totally weren't, because like we know how computers work. Hang on, coffee. There we go. Who needs medical treatment now, and why aren't they getting it? What's going on down here? Tomo, are we... Okay, Thuli's on it. This is going to chew up a lot of medicine. Is there any more heal roots that we could just go harvest? Yes, there's an eclipse. We're all very sad about that. There's a big chunk of it up there. How about... Oh, wow, that'll do. That'll do for a while. Somebody go get all of that. Okay. Oh, and you know what we need? Well, we don't, actually, do we? 555 and 646. We do need some more chem fuel. Okay, let's slow everything down a little bit there. Let's kind of put a project together. So give me... do I have any wood? Oh, I've got so much wood. I should burn it or something. Let's just do a really quick structure into here and like that, and then just put up a regular door right here. And then when you've got all of that put together, except sort of right now, we'll put up the biofuel refinery. Yeah, we got to get some more chem fuel going on here. Is Royal Bertha more moody than non-Royal Bertha? No, equally a fussy person. And remind me what I have down here. Oh, somebody fell over. Oh, so somebody's fallen over. Theo, you fell over here, kid. You fell over. Do you want to get up? Do you want to sleep anywhere but where you are right now? Okay, you do you, kid. It's just I thought you were going to sleep in a hospital bed. Hey, Grime, I noticed you're awake. Could you not go for a walk? Could you put in one more piece of work at the art bench here? Because I kind of would really like to get that notification going away. I really super would, kid. And we're done. Okay, good. We finally done Form of Steel. There's a blight. Of course there is. Is this even going to fit? This doesn't even fit in Space Church. Okay, Space Church is a little jacked right now. Space Church. Okay, hang on. Let me deal with the blight. It's this one up here. Okay, that's fine. I can kind of vaguely cope with that. So, cut all of that. And you know what? Cut down into there, because you know it's going into the strawberries. And then don't sew anything for right now. I'll come back to that later. Alright, I need to make Space Church bigger then. So I need bigger Space Church, and I need Space Throne Room. Oh, that's fussy. That is a pain in the neck. If I took out one of these blankets, could we then put Space Statue in here for our Space Church? Maybe. Maybe. We'll have a think about that. Move this turret up to here. Alright, that's all going fine. Space Church would make sense anywhere but where we are right now. It's almost not worth it. It's almost just letting them freak out about their Space Church or lack thereof. Or just building a new church every time we came down here. This thing I can't get rid of, right? No, I can't uninstall that. I can build a new one, but I can't uninstall that. Okay, good. We're getting the things done up there. That's all fine. All right, get things moving again. So, do I have to have this in Space Church? How about that? Do I need? It's going to tell me it's not. If I put it anywhere else, they're going to say no. We want it in our church, in our nice church too, not like a stupid church. We want it in a nice church. That's what they're going to say. You know, that's what they're going to say. It's the party of man pork. Thank God I got a chance to say that. It's the party of man... You know, I will vote for any candidate who comes up and says, I am of the party of man pork. That person has my vote. I don't even care what they do. I don't care if their entire platform is go beat up Dave. I will vote for that person because they are of the party of man... I should start that party. I should start that party right now. Okay, I need... a clean figure? Ew. That's a little fussy. A ritual spot. Cool. Well, we'll go do it somewhere down here. So give me a ritual spot there. Pop that right in there. Can I do it from Space Church? Hang on. Can I do the man pork thing? Apparently I cannot. Okay, that's fine. We'll come down to here. Where'd I just put my thing? I swear to God I just put a ritual spot in there. There it is. I see it. It's in the grass. Okay, I've got a lot of things to do here. So the Hyperdarm, no. No, where was the man pork one? Festival Fiesta. There we go. Party of man pork. Everyone's going to hate it. Except you won't. You're going to have a delightful time, I assure you. It's the party of man pork. How could you possibly not have a good time? What's this over here? It's a laser. Awesome. Cool. All right. How am I going to reconfigure Space Church? I didn't really want to reconfigure Space Church. I need at least one bedroom. Okay. Slam it into pause mode. If I said to myself, hey Dave, let's do a thing. First of all, get some more stone blocks made. Are we doing this? Yeah, do that. No, not vac stone blocks. Make any stone blocks. Like do, I don't know, 30 or something. As your legal advisor, which I am, What are your options to run under the party of man-pork? Nothing but a vehement desire to serve man-pork. Not like as dinner, but just, the philosophy of man-pork, if you will. The philosophy of man-pork. I'm not sure what that philosophy is yet, but just a fervent desire to serve that platform. I don't care what it is. I will vote for that person. Unquestionably vote for that person. Unhesitatingly. Is that unhesitatingly? Is that like a legit word, or did I just make something up? It's been a fun party of man-pork. I'll leave that there for a sec in case somebody wants to screenshot that and send it to their elderly relatives. When Grandma asks at the Thanksgiving table, hey, what did you do today? And you say, I watched a guy do the fun party of man-pork. Here's a screenshot. I want you to have that opportunity, as indeed we all have. Okay, slam it once again into pause mode. I need to plan. Plans need to happen here. So if I said a hull like this, I might delete everything I'm about to do. And then one, yeah, see, I can't really get 2 decent rooms in there. No, there's no way I'm going to make that work. It's going to be literally a closet. And I was thinking this could be the new space church, and this could be space throne room. I could. Okay. I'm excited now. Cancel everything that I just said, because I wasn't as excited as I am right now. If I just did this, that could be a room. And then that could be a room. So don't deconstruct this. Whoever told you to do that was an idiot. Instead, make those into 2 small rooms. And they're not even that small. They're just weirdly shaped. And then do some... Actually, just, you know what? Just do a wooden door. I've got plenty of wood. I may as well be using it. All right, the fun party of man-pork is over. If you missed your screenshot, well, you'll just have to recap later. We've done Death Rust. Neat. Geez, I don't know. A turret pack. Sure. Obviously I wear those. Wearable pack, deploy a battery-powered turret. Launch a turret a short distance. Turrets are effective for flanking and distracting enemies. So it can cause friendly fire. Yeah, let's get those. Those sound cool. Boy, I wish I had one of those. That would solve so many of my problems. It really would, too. Like, the throne room wouldn't. But the deployable turret would solve many of my problems. Okay. One room's done. I need a room for Vetroff anyway. Vetroff doesn't have his own bedroom. So, could we get, say, I don't know, some sandstone blocks? 65 of them? Give it a shot. Can I do sandstone tiles like that? How many is that? That's 40, and then 44. Oh, and then put one here. And then I'll fill out the rest with, the shag carpeting. That goes without saying. I'm sorry, did we not do the research project? No, do turret packs. There you go. Do turret packs. And then I'm going to have to turn this into more Space Church. Much to my chagrin, I might say. Hashtag chagrin. Much to my chagrin. Could we put turrets on a Mastodon? One can only hope. Wow, everyone's hauling everything. Everyone's just hauling everything in here. How do we do with the plant cutting, by the way? Can I kind of turn this back on? Yeah, I think we've dealt with the blight. So turn all of these back on to sowing. Lost a little time there with the psychoid, but that's okay. We'll kind of snap back into that at some point. Okay, let me re-examine this. Roof collapse? Where? Why? Oh, yeah, no, that's totally going to happen. Yeah, I should have put a column there. Yeah, no, I see where you're going with that game. I totally get that. I absolutely understand everything that you just did there. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and put a column up there. There we go. Sorry. DeHook, could you kind of bang that out for me wicked quick before we lose more roof? Yeah, I know that in buildings, it just kind of never occurred to me in a spaceship. Whoops. Have we actually lost roof? So build. No, we still have a roof. What? Bertha's on a food bench. That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, and there's medical treatment needed. You, Oslo here. Go to bed. Just rest until healed. I'm kind of assuming you guys are all taking care of yourselves and I don't need to pay attention to your horrible blood rot. Right? That's like a thing, right? I don't need to pay attention to your blood rot. You're all fine. Right? Yeah, Bertha's over here eating things. Ooh, a bunch of bison. How fighty are you if I wanted to kill you? Relatively fighty. You do indeed fight back or explode. Or both. So we'll just kill a bunch of other things. How many meals am I supposed to be making right now? Where's my stove down here? We are making 150. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We seem to have an amount of food. We don't have any vegetables. We're out of vegetables. I just don't have the space to do hydroponics here. Not to any good degree, anyway. I'm just not seeing the point of that. So, okay, one side space church, the other side space throne room. So that means space church can go. Also, I have no idea where I put that blanket. This could just be somebody's bedroom. A pretty nice bedroom, actually. So the first thing I really need to do is move all of these shelves. No. Cancel that. Cancel that. Don't do what I told you to do. Reinstall that over here. Let's just start lining up some shelves over here. Reinstall that one over here. Okay, everybody just reinstall. I think I put that on the wrong way. You. No, you. You know what? It'll all be fine. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. This is all the work of extreme genius. Hashtag geniusosity. I mean, the level of genius that I'm putting out right now is, frankly, criminal. I should probably be stopped, but here we are. So pop that in there, and then actually, you know what? While you're there, why don't you build a copy of that? Actually, don't. Just build a regular wood one, because I've got a ton of wood. I'm sitting on so much wood right now. I'm not. I'm actually mostly, I assume this chair is made of plastic of some sort. So I'm not really sitting on wood. I want to be very clear about that. I would let you know if I were, but I'm not. And then put this one up. Come on, spin yourself around there. There we go. Don't make me go to the Q and E key. Nobody likes that. Put all of that there. Let's get this somewhere more sensible, like next to this. Okay. Do all of that, and then, like, basically call me when you're done. I need to see what that's all going to look like when we move everything around here. Hang on, coffee. While they're doing that, let me get Vetrov's new room put together here. So, let's see. You're going to need a bed and a light and all sorts of things like that. Yeah, we need to stretch some power down here at some point, too. So, put a bed. Actually, could I get a double bed in here? I mean, in theory, I could. No, but just don't. Just don't push your luck here. Just get any bed in here at all. Combat supplier on the space phone. Okay, cool. I will look at that momentarily. I'd like to talk to a combat supplier about combat and supplying me with it. So put that guy in there, and that's going to be Vetrov's room. Do power. Make sure you do the hidden conduit, Dave. Bring that down here. Okay. Who likes to talk to people who isn't Bertha? Because Bertha's kind of freaked right now. Talking to people. Vetrov, you love talking to people. Aren't you like wicked shooty and wicked talky? Yeah, you're wicked shooty and wicked talky. You're just a genius. Not you know, geniusosity genius, but genius. Where's my space phone? There it is. It's down here. Go call Rose Travelers. See what they've got cooking. And let's turn this back on. No, don't reconnect it. Actually, turn it on. And get me a mech. I've got the subcore. I may as well have a mech. Get maybe another Constructoid or another Agrahand. Actually, another lifter. You're never going to go wrong with a lifter, I always say. And I do. So get me a lifter, please. There we go. Oh, thanks, Buzzkill. Thank you. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you. Okay, back to work. So this is going to be Vetrov's room. I can make this another room. Are we going to go... Sorry, Vetrov, are you talking on the space phone? Okay, eventually you are. All right, if you could kind of hustle there, man. All right, what do they got? What do I have? What can I sell? How much hardcore narcotics do I have these days? Indeed, do I have any? We can definitely ditch those revolvers. Kind of inclined to get rid of that EMP launcher. It's not nearly as good as I want it to be. Obsidian longsword. I made that for somebody, and then I never really used it. Wow, that form of steel is expensive. It took me forever to do it, though. No, none of this. I've got 6904. What is it you have? Mono swords. I don't really need any of this. I'd actually be much more interested in your medicine, because these royals are chewing up my medicine right now. And actually, I'll take your components, too, because there's never a reason not to take components, especially where we don't actually have that many left. I'm selling the shuttle engine. No, Dave, don't do it. I'm not using it, and I'm not planning on using it. I've got a giant spaceship. I don't need a shuttle engine. My side game, I've got 3 of those things just kicking around. I just never use those things. So, ooh, tech print for the armor. You know, we could come across that at some other point in time. I don't think we need that. Take the money, take all medicine, and call it a day. There we go. That was a good gig. That was worth it. All right, what else could I be doing around here? I could set up some more turrets. That's not a bad idea. That could be something that we do. And then I got to think about the design here for Space Throne Room and Space Church. With the idea of maybe leaving a door open there. Where's my... Actually, the airlock's fine. I don't really need to change that very much. They've moved all of that stuff, which is cool. Oh, there's that prayer blanket thing. Everybody remind me that exists, because I'm going to forget that. You know I'm going to forget that. And I could fit another shelf in here. By the way, don't put any food on here. No food at all. But then give me a copy of that to live right in here. Okay, this is all coming together now. Now this is all vaguely sort of making sense, he says optimistically. What is this? A battery. Uh-huh. Do I maybe want to put that somewhere? Like, because it's not really doing any good right now. Oh, speaking of which, did we make the thing? Yeah, we totally did. Somebody start making chem fuel. Do it like, I don't know, 15 times. And then call me when you're done. They never call. They never ever call. So what is... Let's deal with Space Church, because I have all the things I need for Space Church right now. So let's do... What have we got for stone blocks? 103 on marble. Alright, let's do a marble wall. I'm going to kind of, I don't know, make this up as I go along, as I invariably do. Vetroff, you're going to have to, like, go through Space Church to get where you're going. Go up like this, and then just do a regular wooden door in there. And then we're going to move Space Church up there. Umka, welcome, welcome, welcome. Umka, we're moving Space Church, because I can't fit all the church things in here. Now I'm going to need to make another one of these. Dang it. Okay, make a copy of that to live here, here, here. Show me this monument thing that we're doing. That is huge. All right, plop that down there. I feel I don't have enough room for Space Church. And I don't say that lightly. I'm pretty sure we still don't have enough room for Space Church. Can we throw that, like, here? Everyone's going to have to stand outside, though. Here, that's about the best I'm going to get, is right there. Okay, the Space Church thing is not working out. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with a throne room. This is just ridiculous. Never going to get a throne room in here. Okay, how much, theoretically, how much more room do I have? Oh, quite a bit. And I've only got the 27 panels, but we're going to be working on panels eventually, just not right now. I'd rather they actually focused on the components and the advanced components. I would, however, like to get the laser going. Thank you. Why don't we prioritize that laser? Who's got heat stroke? Oslo? Just don't. Could you just not have heat stroke, please? I'd really appreciate that. Let's get... Please tell me you guys don't need a brazier in here. I feel this is not big enough. Because they're going to want columns and braziers and things like that in here. Okay, slam it into pause mode. Alright, how... I feel this is kind of a waste. Cancel that. Just cancel that for right now. You can put the room up, but cancel that for right now. This belongs to Vetroff. Vetroff, you can finally have your own bedroom. Good for you there, kid. This will be somebody else's room that I haven't adequately determined yet. And I still want to move on Space Throne Room. I kind of need to come right down here and right down here for all of this. Is that acceptable to me? Kind of. Because what do I really need that other space for? I've got Vetroff his own room, and I'm going to have another room for somebody else. This could be an acceptable alternative to whatever it is I think I'm doing when I'm not sure what that is. Especially if I take this mech gestator out of here. That'll open up quite a bit of room. I can move this Who's Even What's It somewhere else. Where? I have no idea. Actually, it could go down in here, and then I could do some more of them. Okay, we're reworking Space Church again. It's just not working out with Space Church. Everybody cancel Space Church, and then deconstruct some things here. Deconstruct that, deconstruct that. I need a bigger area for Space Church. And a bigger area for Space Throne Room. When is this going to be done? 1.1 days. Fantastic. We're going to get the mech gestator out of there and then reevaluate at that point. I will probably bring this wall over just to line right up with this. I could put a door there. Okay, hang on. I've got idea. Igor, stop doing that. I actually want that wall. Igor, just stop everything you're doing right now. Good work, kid. Good work. Yeah, you can get that one out of there. That's fine. Okay, Omka, thank you. Thank you for coming by. So back to things that I enjoy doing. What was that? Marble. Yeah, marble wall. Like this. And then up here. Okay, slam that into pause mode and do the door here. That'll make a degree of sense. Now, I might have enough room for Space Church. I'm beginning to deeply hate Space Church. Paul, this is all your problem. You're the one who brought Space Church in here. All of a sudden, everyone's got to have Space Church. Put that over there. We'll try and make all of this work, Paul. I don't know how. Don't ask me. But definitely get going on like way more blocks than we're doing right now. Just make a bunch of these, thank you. Sure, 40. 40 is a great number. Everyone loves the number 40. Yeah, see, it's disrespected now. It's up, but they hate it. No work facilities. Oh, there won't be. There won't be very soon. Yeah, DeHook, Igor, and Paul are all bummed out about this. You won't be soon, guys. Once the walls go up, you're going to be fine. Everything will be fine then. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing with Space Throne Room. Really? This is your religious icon? This? Sure, I guess. That works. This will all come together. Let's move this up anywhere, really. Right in there. That's fine. Yeah, no, not out there. No. That was a terrible idea. Can't. No. Reinstall it here. Okay. We'll put, you know what? I've got the other one. We may as well put the other one up. Install that right next to it. Okay, so we got a bunch of blankets for people and a statue. Everyone's very, very excited about Space Church now. Or you better be anyway. Don't want to hear any guff from any of you. How much of that... What have I got here? The Vaxstone. No, I'm not doing a Vaxstone floor. That's ridiculous. That stuff is valuable. Tomo, I noticed you're on the ground. Would you prefer not to be? It's just that you could go, like, literally anywhere else. I should really check in on these guys, because I'm so not. Minor, okay, 0.1, you've been tended to. Yeah, you've been tended to. You have also been tended to, although you have a Go Juice dependency. That's a bit fussy, because do I know how to make that? And even if I did, can I make that? Apparently I do. What goes into that these days? Don't I have someone who's into that? I really feel that I do. 2 nitroamine and 1 yayo. Okay, make sure we're making some of that. So make like a bunch of this. And we're on make Go Juice forever. The lifter's done. Cool. So there we go. We got it out of there. Now I'm just going to deconstruct that. Just take that out of there. It's just taking up good space right now. And then we'll work on Space Throne Room. I feel like those blankets are different. Deconstruct this. Don't really know what I'm going to do with that room except put the neural supercharger in there, which is not a terrible idea. We could do that. And then it actually could just be a bunch of neural superchargers, and then I can move that battery over there. That'd be a perfectly sensible place for a battery. Oh, this is very exciting now. Now I'm very excited about things. Okay. Igor working on the wall. Continue to kill animals because, you know, exterminate. We've had no combat. I knew something magical was going to happen today. We've had no fights today. Nobody has just been getting all up in our grill at all. Need a meditation spot. Really? Sure. Okay. Whatever you're into. So you could have one there. There you go. One meditation spot for you. And when do these guys actually leave? 6.3 days. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can keep them alive for that long. Would you ever want to play Crossroads Inn again? No, Michael, and I'll tell you why, because they're working on Crossroads Inn 2. So, Crossroads Inn is my favorite buggy nightmare. And the thing is, the bugs just get worse. But they've already announced that they're going to be working on Crossroads Inn 2. Basically, what they've said is, we can't fix this game, so we're just going to make a different one. So, I will be extremely excited to play Crossroads Inn 2. I think honestly, I can't play Crossroads Inn, because the last time I tried to play Crossroads Inn, it wouldn't even load. It was like, 10 minutes of a blank screen. It wouldn't even load anymore. So even if I wanted to play it, I can't. And I wouldn't anyway, because I'm just going to wait for Crossroads Inn 2. Is that going to happen within my lifetime? I have no idea. But we can hope for the best. We've done turrets. Or turret packs, rather. Gun links. Starflight base. Sure, artificial metabolism. Everyone likes a good artificial stomach. I know I do. Let's get this floor a little bit nicer in here. Limestone. I have a fair bit of limestone. We could do something along those lines. So a limestone tile could go like that. Oh, I don't have that much limestone. I don't really have that much limestone. Okay, we'll chill on that for a sec until we get more stone blocks done. Just bump this up. Make sure we're doing this all the time, please. Could I theoretically make a floor out of vaxstone? I can. I don't know why I would, because that stuff's really hard to come by. I don't know why I would do that, but I theoretically could. Okay, good to know. If I happen to be sitting on a ton of vaxstone, A, that would be very uncomfortable, and B, I could theoretically make a floor out of it. Again, I'm not really sure. Could I make like a fine vaxstone tile? Is that a thing that exists? Oh, it is. Oh, fun. Neat. I'm going to take a couple of tiles to just do turrets up front. Yeah, and where's my power in relation to all of that? Yeah, let's run some more power through here. So give me the hidden conduit like that. Yep. Just to keep the aggression up. If anyone pops by, I just want to be able to shoot them a bunch. Maybe a couple more turrets back here. That might be a little tight on my power, but I'm willing to cope with that. So let's reinstall this guy down here. Like that? Yeah, like that. And where did I put that battery? That is right here. Let's install that sort of like this. That'll free up a little bit of space. And then we can have... Actually, I should just do another one of these. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm a little low on components. I do not have as many components as I might ideally like. Okay, Space Church, up and running. Up and running. Let's do something stupid, shall we? Let's put a brazier in there. Let's have an open fire inside a closed spaceship. But they tend to like these brazier things, so put a couple of those up in there. Lord knows I've got plenty of wood. I may as well. And then figure out how I'm going to floor this thing. What can I floor this with? I don't really have enough of anything to do that. I need somebody going like hardcore on crafting. I know somebody is down here all the time working on this bench, but who else is like backup crafting? Paul's wicked into it. Knife is wicked into it. And so is DeHook. DeHook does everything around here. DeHook is totally the unsung hero of all of this. Alright, with all of that done, where could I stash gray flesh? Oh dear. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 oh. Okay, the gray flesh has shown up, kids. Great, where? Are you kidding me? Oh, there it is, I see it in there. It's next to a mastodon. Most things are. Cool. So, somebody is infected with an ancient horror. Grime, you're asleep. Could you go analyze that real quick? This is really tough. Oh. This is no good. Alright, the difference between this and Anomaly is I don't have as many colonists. So narrowing it down might be a little bit easier. Aquaflux 9C. I was more of a fan of Aquaflux 10B, but... Alright, that was a bit of a stretch. Putting that aside, I'm shaken by the flesh thing here, because this is not going to end well. So somebody here is infected with that. We don't know whom. We can do surgical inspections. It might surprise you to know that people aren't wicked keen on that. But we could theoretically start doing that. Just, you know, poking around in people's organs, finding out if they're infected with a demon. But apart from that, we're just waiting. We're going to wait until somebody says, hey, I am a demon, something's bursting out of me. And they're like, oh dear, we're going to have to kill you then. So, apart from the Mastodon poop, I actually have no notifications right now. Apparently Space Church is good enough at this stage of the game to do their thing. I can't make I can't make obsidian blocks, right? I can craft stuff out of obsidian, but I can't make obsidian blocks. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay. So I just need somebody to be working on stone blocks basically all the time. All right, we'll get that conquered. I think they've dealt with all of my mining issues. I don't think they've got any open veins. Oh, hang on, there's manhunters. Everybody loves that. No, everybody stop. What? Manhunting tortoises. Oh no. The horror. There are a lot of them. I mean, no lie. There are. Wow, that is a lot of manhunting tortoises. I'm so heavily armed. This is almost an embarrassment to tortoises everywhere. First of all, it's going to take them a few days to get over here. We're moving a lot faster than them. I don't even think we need to get the mastodons involved with this. Really? You're going to go up that way? Okay, you sure? Do you want to come down here? Can we just, like, grab your attention? Oh, Theo, yeah, you're kind of caught out of position there, kid. No, don't do anything. Just go away. You're not really adding any added value to this. There we go. Everyone start shooting tortoises, if you could. All right, we did one of them. That's cool. Everyone come down here and also shoot tortoises. Theo's kind of attracted their attention, is the problem there. So, yeah, okay, they're very slowly attacking us. Extremely slowly attacking us. Lasers are firing off. This is, yeah, I'm not going to put up a lot of fuss about this one. I think this will largely resolve itself. They're moving very, very slowly here. Any that we missed? There's a few up there. There's a couple up there. We'll swing around. Oh, you found a bot. Of course you did. Of course you found a bot. They always find a bot. So a lifter 2 is dead. I just deconstructed my thing. I just deconstructed that. Oh, RimWorld. You crazy old cad, you. That's fine. We'll just kill everything else. Darn it. I just built another lifter. Alright, well, allow it. We'll rip it to shreds, obviously. And deal with the rest of the tortoises. Why was the lifter even over there? There must have been fish over there they were coming to get. And then, could we shoot the very slow-moving enemy, please? Lasers are happening. Loving the lasers. Lasers are doing great. Want to get some more laser in there? Lasers take a long time to charge up. There we go. Lasers are doing good. And there we go. Okay, I think we're all done there. So all of you guys can go off-duty. And where did I put that guy? Theo, you can go off-duty as well. That's a bummer. All right, well, when I get something else put together, I can look at making another lifter. This power cell, could this live down here as well? That'd be fun. Put that in there, and then I've still got room for another one of these if I want it. Cool. All right, this is going to free up a lot of space. Is there somewhere I could theoretically put that? The answer is probably not. Let's copy a couple of turrets here. So put one there and one there. All right, so let me reevaluate here. Space throne room is going to go up like this. What is this here? Oh, no, that's terrible. Deconstruct that power conduit. Do I have other power in here? Yeah, broadly. Kind of, vaguely. Go ahead and do that, and then bring that down here just to link it into everything. Have a nice little circuit in here. Thule, I see you're enjoying Space Church. You having fun with that, kid? How did this turn out, by the way? Just form of steel. Okay. Not particularly good, not particularly bad. Prime, what are you doing? You're praying. You should be. I spent a lot of money and time on Space Church. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Be exceptionally churchy. Speaking of which, can we convert anyone? 2 days to a conversion ritual. All right, and you guys are out in 5 days. Excellent. So I really do kind of need to get Space Throne Room up and running fairly quickly if Bertha's going to enjoy that royal title somewhat soonish. I'd like to get really nice tiles in there. I'd really love to get the nice tiles in there. How am I going to do that? I need to pull somebody off of this crafting and put them onto other crafting. Do we have anything queued up in here? Yes, I know. Lifter 2 is dead. We're all very sad about that. Do we have anything queued in here? Shred mechs or drones, apart from that. A lot of these can go. We might make some more flak outfits. That could definitely happen. And turrets there, turrets there. I think we'll put more turrets down. How many turrets do you really need, Dave? You're going kind of turret heavy here, aren't you? You got a lot of turrets. Maybe put a couple down here. Huh? Maybe put a couple down here. That might be an idea. I just built another mech. Oh, I'm definitely not putting up another mech gestator right now, because then I'd have to pop open the subcore encoder thing and all of that nonsense. We're just not going to do that. We'll just wait. All right. How's all our food doing? 50 heal roots going well. Could we grab some more heal root at some point? Yes, I know we're in a gray pall. It's because one of my colonists is infected with a demon. I'm aware of that. Thank you, game. Thank you. I'm making this a bedroom. I may as well make it a bedroom. So put up a lamp in here of some sort. Put that there. And then let's get a regular bed going. Maybe we'll mix that up a little bit. Put that over there. And then the end table. No, the end table. No, the end table. Thank you. And then the dresser. No, the dresser. There we go. Put the dresser up. Okay. This can be one of the royals' beds. I noticed Tomo is just sleeping in a door. A little earthquake conscious? That's your problem? A little earthquake conscious? How's your thing here? Yeah, you guys are fine. You're sucking up a lot of medicine, no lie. But you're fine. Nothing is horribly wrong with you apart from the fact that your blood is rotting. But in a few days, that won't be my problem. That will be somebody else's problem. We've moved all of this down here. This is wide open now. So apparently I'm accumulating some limestone. Let's start to get that together there. So limestone wall is going to go... I'm going to need some room for this. So put that like that. And I'm going to hope that that's enough room for space throne room. We'll kind of have to see how it goes. And I've still got a little bit of room in here. I can put some more shelves up. In fact, I think I'm just going to get that going. So do some more shelves in here. Maybe like one there and then one there. Because that... No, there... Stop that. Why would you do that? That's a terrible idea. Make a copy of this here. It has to be even, you see. It has to be even. If it's not even, I'm going to start freaking out. Do one there and one there. Okay. And then we'll just put no food on there and everything's going to be fine, he says optimistically. I hope everybody is happy with Space Church. Okay? Hope everybody's happy with the old Space Church there. Colonists need rescue, because there's a mad raccoon. Are those two things related? Bertha, what's your problem? Okay. Oh, you have food poisoning. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. What's here that's not allowed? No, not Oslo. Not the simple meal. There's something in here that's... Oh, an LMG. Oh, no, we can totally have that. Where's the mad raccoon issue? Have the turrets already dealt with it? Because that'd be cool. Shield, you're kind of caught out of position there. Why don't you come down here? And then, I don't know, get a few other people to pop out the door here. Yeah, come down here, guys. They'll pop out. No, you. I don't need another bot down. Where's the raccoon? Okay, the raccoon's coming from here. So if you three could just, I don't know, kind of line up over there. 4 of you, whatever. All right, shooting, dead. Great. Great job, everyone. Good job with the raccoon. Everyone can go back to work. Okay. What was I doing before I was interrupted by that? Oh, Bertha. Somebody fell over. Yeah, you're going to be fine, kid. It's just a minor bit of food poisoning. Who doesn't get that? Who doesn't have food poisoning? I do. I mean, not right at this moment. I can't immediately recall when I've ever had food poisoning. I may never have had food poisoning. I might have been wrong in that statement. Maybe just people don't get food poisoning. That'd be neat. Shelves are up. So, no food on this. No thank you. None of that. Thank you very much. No food. And no food. And no food. Okay. That'll clean up a little bit more floor space around here. I don't even know if any of this works with pathing, but it seems to be fine. It seems like they're doing okay with this. So I'm not going to overthink it like I normally do. It's not overthinking, it's genius. Hashtag genius honesty, that's what it really is. Okay, let me evaluate real quick here. So the walls are coming up now. And then... Ooh, if Bertha gets too royal, she's going to want a royal bedroom. She's going to want a super spiffy bedroom that I do not have the capacity to put together right now. Remind me again how many tiles I could theoretically put in this. Almost 200. Like, shy of 200. Like 175, something along those lines. So I could put a bunch more in here. I think the ship's looking okay, apart from the, you know, the squished horse idea. Got plenty of turrets surrounding it. Might put some more at the back there. Okay. So tomorrow, I got to deal with Space Throne Room. How much gold do I have? A ridiculous amount, actually. Stupid amount of gold. So I could put up the nice throne. It'll take forever. It'll take them like game years to do that. Theo, you can just take care of yourself. Thank you. Oh, we had even more medicine over there. All right, cool. That's good because you guys are sucking up medicine hardcore. Your time frame is 4.2 days. Great, you're going to be out of here really, really soon. So what I need more than anything right now is stone blocks. Like, so many of them. Just keep making stone blocks, like, all the time until you run out of things to make. Make, I don't know, 60 of them for right now. And then we'll kind of figure it out as we go along there. Igor's getting a neural supercharge. Good for you, kid. So let's slam it into pause mode there. We'll come back with some more of this again tomorrow. We've done Space Church. Bigger, better, and far more exciting than Old Space Church. And now we're going to do Space Throne Room. I didn't think I was going to put either of those up, but much of this is Paul's fault. Paul is to blame for everything that's happening right now, because now we have to have Space Church. And if we're going to have Space Church, we may as well have Space Throne Room. Now, guys, I'm going to let you go on with far more important things to do with the rest of your day than this nonsense. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this publicly for you. I should have been stopped years ago, but here I am. And you guys never disappoint me. I have a fantastic time doing this. Hopefully you guys have a good time watching this. I will see you tomorrow for some more of this. Until then, thank you again. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye.